Welcome to Check It Out with Kim
and Moses.
And this is what's happening this month at Pease. The library will be closed on Thursday, January 1st and Monday, January 19th. And for adult programs, we have our community knitting group that meets every Thursday at 3:30. All skill levels and yarn crafts are welcome. On January 6th at 12 p.m., join us for Slow Stitching. Slow stitching is a mindful embroidery practice where you stitch without a plan, focusing on the process and feel of the thread and fabric. Participants simply take a piece of fabric, needle, and thread and use simple stitches upon the textile. No sewing experience necessary. Materials for the base and fabric scraps, the lace, bits, buttons, threads, fabric, scissors, and needles will be provided. It is helpful to bring your own thimble and a good sharp pair of scissors if you'd rather, and any bits and bobs you might want to incorporate to personalize your piece. Registration is required and you can register on our website. On January 9th at 10 a.m., join us in the community room for a beginner's basics workshop with Google Docs. You must bring your own device and registration is required, so you can head to the website and sign up that way. Starting January 12th at 5 p.m. is our Masquerade Murder Mystery. For adults, the year is 1755 and it's carnival season in Venice. Time for the Masquerade Ball, a chance for the rich and poor, old and young to come together where everyone is equal for the night. But when everyone is hiding their identity, it can be hard to know who you are talking to. The question on everyone's lips is, who is the figure in red? Seen conversing with several guests, but no one admits to knowing them. A glass smashes, and the figure is found dead on the floor. Who were they? And why did someone want them dead? It's your job to find out. Registration is required. There is a maximum of 8 people per group or time slot. To do that, you can call us at our circulation desk and ask a staff member to sign you up. On Wednesday, January 14th at 5:30 p.m., we invite you to an author talk with Ty Gagne. Renowned for his gripping true story narratives like The Last Traverse and Where You'll Find Me, he will delve into his latest book, The Lions of Winter, which is about the survival and sacrifice on Mount Washington. Gagne will explore the minute-by-minute decisions of the missing climbers, the extraordinary selflessness of the rescue teams, the tragic circumstances of the avalanche, and the enduring legacy of the event. January 22nd at 12 p.m., you can join us in the community room for a beginner's basic workshop with Canva. You must bring your own device and registration is required, and you can do that by signing up on our website. On Wednesday, January 28th at 5:30 p.m., you can join us in the community room with Mary Ann McGarry, who is a professor of environmental science and policy at Plymouth State University. Mary Ann's going to be giving us a presentation about resilience and recovery from 2 accidents that they endured on many adventures. Mary Ann will share insights about what she learned about herself in the process of training, healing, and aging, as well as highlights of the trips. Thursday, January 29th at 6 p.m., join us at Last Chair Brewery for a beer making 101. The brewers from Last Chair take us through the grains to beer process. There will also be samples for you to try, and you must be 21 years or older. Registration is required, so you can register on our website. I am truly excited to hear what's happening at the library this month for families and youth services and events. Moses.
All right. We've got Wednesday story time at 10:15. Thursday story time is at 11 and is preceded by an hour of sensory play from 10 to 11. Kids of all ages can come read to Jack, a registered therapy dog, on Wednesday, January 14th and 28th from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. Reading to Jack is a great way for struggling and reluctant readers to build confidence and for shy kids to talk in a non-judgmental space. Ever wonder what's lurking just beyond your periphery? Join the Cryptid Society, where every month we'll learn about a new supernatural creature while doing crafts and trying to spot the Loch Ness Monster. Next meeting is Wednesday, January 7th at 4 p.m. Are you a teen or tween who wants to say in what programs we do at the library? Join us for bread and tacos on Wednesday, January 21st. Bread will meet at 4 o'clock and tacos at 4:30. Calling all writers. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned pro, join me in the YA area of the library for Creative Writing Club. This is a chill, low-stakes environment to hang out, workshop your writing, and learn from your community. Our next meeting is Friday, January 16th at 4 p.m. Join me in the YLLA room on Friday, January 2nd at 4 p.m. for our Learn to Play a board game series. We will be playing The Quacks of Quedlinburg. I love this game.
I'm so excited for that.
Each player has their own bag of ingredient chips. During each round, they simultaneously draw chips from their bags and add them to their pots. The higher the face value of the drawn chip, the further it is placed in the pot's swirling pattern, increasing how much the potion is worth. Push your luck as far as you can, but if you add too many cherry bombs, your pot will explode. Registration is required. You can register online or give us a call. Friday, January 9th at 4:30 p.m. is our mindfulness series. Join Kara Gallagher, a licensed yoga instructor and behavior consultant, for an hour of yoga for you and your little one. The first half hour will be for ages 3 to 5, and the second will be for ages 6 to 10. Bring your own yoga mat and come dressed to stretch. Registration is required. On January 23rd from 4 to 6, dust off your beret and compete in Pisa's first ever poetry slam. Contestants will have 3 minutes to perform an original poem, with prizes awarded for first, second, and third place. This is open to grades 3 through 6. On January 30th from 4 to 5, test your literary knowledge at Book Bingo. Compete in 5 rounds of bingo with book trivia mixed in, open to grades 3 to 6. On January 5th from 10 to 11 a.m., join us for an hour of sensory simulation for your baby. We'll have 5 separate stations to explore, as well as plenty of room to crawl or toddle or walk. This is open to ages 0 to 3 and their caregivers. On January 12th from 10 to 10:30, join me for a half hour of musical fun for babies. Introduce your baby to early literacy and musical skills as we sing through a few nursery rhymes. This is open to ages 0 to 3 and their caregivers. Peas is accepting craft donations. We're looking for new or gently used craft supplies for our children's and teen areas. We could especially use the following items: craft felt, perler beads, glue, yarn, and origami paper. If you have any questions, let me know.
We always have new books coming into the library. Here are some highlights of ones that have recently come in or are being published this month. For adult nonfiction, let's check out these next titles. Margaret Atwood, Book of Lives. How does one of the greatest storytellers of our time write her own life? The long-awaited memoir from one of our most lauded and influential cultural figures. Every writer is at least two beings, the one who lives and the one who writes. Though everything written must have passed through their minds, or mind, they are not the same. The next book is The CIA Book Club by Charlie English. This is the astonishing story of the 10 million books that U.S. intelligence smuggled across the Iron Curtain during the Cold War. From copies of Orwell to Agatha Christie, the Western effort was to undermine the censorship of the Soviet bloc, offer different visions of thought and culture to the people, and build relationships with real readers in the East. And finally, for nonfiction, we have Startlement, new and selected poems, drawing from 6 previously published books, including widely acclaimed collections, The Hurting Kind, The Carrying, and Bright Dead Things, as well as introducing vibrant new work. Startlement exalts the mysterious with a tender curiosity. Ada Limon wades into potent unknowns, the strangeness of our brief human lives, the ever-changing nature of the universe, and emerges each time with new revelations about our place in the world. Among the exciting new titles coming in, you'll find the following in the mix for the adult fiction. The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Allie Carter. Knives Out gets a rom-com twist in this rivals to lovers Christmas romance mystery from New York Times bestseller author Allie Carter. The Bridge is Out, the Phones Are Down, and the most famous mystery writer in the world just disappeared out of a locked room 3 days before Christmas. Meet Maggie Chase and Ethan Wyatt. She's the new queen of the cozy mystery. He's Mr. Big Time thriller guy. She hates his guts. He thinks her name is Marcy, no matter how many times she told him otherwise. The Widow by John Grisham. Simon Latch is a lawyer in Royal, Virginia, making just enough to pay his bills while his marriage slowly falls apart. Then into his office walks Eleanor Barnett, an elderly widow in need of a new will. Apparently, her husband left her a small fortune, and no one knows about it. 3 Holidays and a Wedding by Uzma Jalaluddin and Marissa Stapley. Arthur Oakes is a reader, a dreamer, and a student at Rackham College, Maine. Renowned for its frosty winters, exceptional library, and beautiful buildings. But his idle and burgeoning romance with Gwen Underfoot is shattered when a local drug dealer and her partner corner him into one of the worst crimes he can imagine, stealing rare books from the college library.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
I know.
Here are some YA books to look out for this month. Beasts of the Sea by Lita Turpainen. In 1741, 32-year-old naturalist George Wilhelm Steller joins Captain Bering's great northern expedition to scout out a sea route from Asia to America. Plagued with hardships, captain and crew never reach their goal, but they do make a unique discovery, a gentle giant that will be named for the young explorer who described it, Steller's sea cow. Beasts of the Sea is a breathtaking literary achievement and an adventure that crosses continents and centuries. Told through the stories of the men and women touched by the long-ago discovery of a curious and placid creature, it is a tale of grand human ambition, the quest for knowledge, and the urge to resurrect what humankind has, in its ignorance, destroyed. Family Drama by Rebecca Fallon. It's 1997 and snow is blanketing a New England beach. Two befuddled 7-year-olds watch as their mother's body is tipped overboard a crumbling boat. A Viking funeral, followed by a raucous wake. A send-off fit for a soap opera star Susan Bliss. 15 years earlier, Susan is a blazing, beautiful young woman, passionate about her art. It's impossible not to fall in love with her, and so Alcott, a practical professor, does, hopelessly. And so begins the love story of Susan's two-paneled life, an unconventional, jet-lag-filled arrangement that takes her back and forth between her home in New England as a wife and mother to young twins and the bright lights of soapy Los Angeles. How to Commit a Post-Colonial Murder by Nina McConaughey. Summer, 1986. The Creel sisters, Georgie Ayar and Agatha Krishna, welcome their aunt, uncle, and young cousin, newly arrived from India, into their house in rural Wyoming where they'll all live together. Because this is what families do. That is, until the sisters decide that it's time for their uncle to die. According to Georgie, the British are to blame, and to understand why, you need to hear her story. She details the violence hiding in their house and history, her once unshakable bond with Agatha Krishna, and her understanding of herself as an Indian American in the heart of the West. Her account is, at every turn, cheeky, unflinching, and infectiously inflected with the trappings of teendom, including the magazine quizzes that help her make sense of her life. At its heart, the tale she weaves is A. A vivid portrait of an extended family, B. A moving story of sisterhood, C. A playful ode to the 80s, D. A murder mystery, of sorts, E. An unexpected and unwaveringly powerful meditation on history and language, trauma and healing, and the meaning of independence, or maybe it's really F. All of the above. For children's books, check out the following titles. The Last Ember by Lily Dodd. Aramanders are extinct, or so the government would have you think. Centuries ago, the kingdom of Glaucus decreed the destruction of these dangerous, dragon-like creatures whose deadly flame could level entire cities and upend world orders. But when 12-year-old Eva Alexander, a wealthy chemistry student in the city of Port Town, walks into a fashionable department store and walks out, accidentally, with the world's last Aramander egg, everything changes. Suddenly, Eva is the target of unwanted attention, including from the Thieves' Union, a mysterious organization with a rebellious streak and fingers in every pie in Port Town. The union orders its youngest member, the orphan dairy delivery boy Dusty St. Ichabod, to steal the egg from Eva, which is far easier said than done. Giselle by Charlotte Gaustot. Inspired by the ballet of the same name, this spectacular gift book uniquely tells the age-old tale of romance and betrayal. Exploring timeless themes of love, innocence, deception, and betrayal, Charlotte Gaustot magnificently retells the story of Giselle using die-cut paper and transparent book leaves to fully immerse us in one of the world's most famous and haunting ballets. And the Dragons Do Come by Sim Butler. In recent years, the Butler family face an impossible reality in their home state of Alabama, where trans rights are increasingly under attack. Butler recounts their family's struggles and sacrifices to protect their trans child against the barrage of state-sanctioned intolerance in the legal, educational, and health arenas. Around the time she turned 12, his daughter's personal struggles became political fodder. Along with other trans kids, she was outlawed from playing sports and forbidden to use the girls' bathroom. Another law made Butler and his wife felons for seeking trans-affirming health care for her. When her charter school was featured in several gubernatorial campaign ads, local community members began driving through the parking lot to yell at the trans kids. serving both as a compassionate story of one family's struggle for acceptance and as a window into a fraught issue that parents, grandparents, and other family members and friends are confronted across the nation. And The Dragons Do Come provides a first-hand perspective on the human costs of anti-trans sentiment.
As always, if you would like to be put on hold for any of these titles, stop by the circulation desk or give us a call, and a library staff member would be happy to assist you. For the most up-to-date information about things going on at the library, please visit our website at peaspubliclibrary.org or our social media pages.
That is what's happening this month at Pease. Catch us both next month on
Check It Out.